Bienvenidos and welcome to summer. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Thank you all so much for joining us. We appreciate you. We've got a couple of things that we'd like to tell you, but first, I'd like to introduce you to your new captains for the July readathon. I think we should probably go around the horn. Bryce, since you're on top, let's start with you.
Hey, can everyone hear me okay? I'm Bryce. Great. I am with Shelf Centered. I can't wait to be part of this. This is so cool. So, I like reading and summer. This is perfect for me because 5 books is it's a perfect amount, and I'm a slower reader. I'm the slower end, so this would be great. So anyway, I can't wait to get started. This is such a great group, and I've read The Legend of Blackjack, so I really feel good about that. Being a part of Andy's team here, so this will be great.
Well, and like everyone else, I will be assigned randomly to a team this time. So, Bryce, I'm probably going to wind up fighting you on this. Let's see. Continue around the horn. Christopher Nava, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. My name is Christopher Navo. Channel is of the same name. My first readathon was in April with the Keymark Discord, and I was on the Beanie Barbarian team. I recognize a couple of you in the chat. It was a lot of fun, so I'm glad now Andy reached out to be a captain, and I was like, sure, let's do this. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're the Tsunami Sea Dogs. We're ready to bring it again for the summer. And 5 books, absolutely a perfect number. I think it's just enough to, not feel too pressured and still a doable goal for sure. Yeah.
And not just the Beanie Barbarians is your team, the winning Beanie Barbarians.
The winning Barbarian team. Yes. I had a relaxed May, and definitely I'm gonna have a relaxed June. So let's bring it in July.
Yeah. That was one of the fun things about the last readathon was that we had 3 different lead changes during the course of the month. And that was great. It was somebody dominating the entire time is no fun, but being able to switch it up several times and having the Beanie Barbarians come in at the end, I thought was awesome.
Yeah, you never knew who was going to win. No.
We've got here. This is a very important question from Kay. Bryce, would you like to explain yourself real quick?
All right. It's the Gimli, Willow, Buffy, Pug, Wicket, Dalinar, Lysair, Wolfgar, Malta, Isildur, Baron, Vladimir Harkonnen, Cassius team, or as some may call it, the GW, BPW, DLW, and IBC.
We were all wrong. I was going with syllables.
All right. Stephanie, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Stephanie. My channel is Miss Richards Reads. I have participated in the first Keymark. I missed the last one, so I'm very excited to be back and joining in on this one.
And what are the kinds of books that you like? What's the thing that comes to you first?
My top 3 are fantasy classics and cozy mysteries, but I read pretty much everything. It's very random.
Yeah, will you go for anything that passes by you? It's like somebody recommended this book, mine now.
Yeah.
Or okay, so is your TBR 900 feet tall?
Pretty much.
Okay.
But whose isn't? Let's just be honest.
Whose isn't really? All right, and sorry, there's Boe. Hi, several times fast, right? Ben, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Ben from Books with Benghis Khan, and my team's the Summer Swashbucklers. Easier to pronounce compared to Bryce's team name there. And I had a great time with both of the Keymark readathons so far. I usually have always been just a total mood reader and a binge reader too. Often just reading, something from the same series for months at a time. And so the readathons have been great to mix up my TBRs, get me reading a variety of things in a month, things that were way back on my TBR, like in the last, the TBR Blitz readathon is perfect because I had a great time with a lot of those. And I even read Legend of Blackjack in the first Keymark readathon and loved it. So this has been a blast, and can't wait to just see what everyone's reading. And I love just planning out the monthly TBR to fit all the prompts and bonus prompts. It's kind of a fun puzzle to fit together.
It's
things
going
that
to
you
take me this
want to
whole
read.
month.
Yeah. Good thing we're started early.
Yeah.
You got to put in that much work to it. You just stack them. This one works here.
I think it's a matter of working in my buddy reads and then just some of the books that I kind of have on the radar for the month of July. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Be a nice stack. One of the things that I love about the readathons, and the 5-book readathon, I think is great because it's approachable for everybody. Most people can read at least enough books to matter to their team and be able to contribute and jump in there. And at the same time, you don't have people reading, 20, 25 books a month saying, hey, I've got all the points for my team and your team and the other team, and, being able to just railroad past everybody. So I think it's a good mix. But the other thing that I really like is that you get all these groups together and you see these friendships start, and you got to watch them blossom and grow as they go. And then it's just really cool to be able to share this type of thing with a bunch of people and make some new friends that have, similar opinions to you. And then it becomes sharing books, which is like the best thing. So I'm thrilled about it. So with the team captains, we all got together a couple weeks ago and we said, okay, let's spitball some ideas. And what they came up with was a Spiff-Bo related readathon. Now, for those of you who don't know what Spiff-Bo is, it's the self-published fantasy blog off 9. I don't have enough fingers. That takes 300 self-published books and puts them all together, and they have a whole bunch of reviewers take a look at them, and they take like 11 months and decide which one of them is best, and they go through all these different levels. And so it's just started. Mark Lawrence just said, okay, off we go at the beginning of the month. So we thought that would be a great idea. But at the same time, there are plenty of people who aren't all that interested in self-published books, and they're not interested in Spiff-Bo. So Spiff-Bo is a bonus point for any book that you read during the readathon. However, you can still score tons of points without reading any. So the team captains made a nice balance there of what we're going to be able to do and what is going to be, and it's a pretty broad selection in terms of the prompts. So actually this time I want to start with Stephanie. Do you want to talk about the first of the prompts?
Sure. The first prompt is Earth Vacation. So goes to a different world or planet. So basically anywhere not Earth, which is super easy for fantasy or science fiction
Or sci-fi.
or what have you. Exactly.
Right.
So super easy one to start with.
It's like name a sci-fi book that doesn't, okay, sorry, dystopian future. But other than if there's a spaceship involved, that prompt is going to work for you. Ben, you want to do another one?
Oh, sure. Second prompt is Summer Abroad, translated from the original language. So as you can tell, these are mostly going to be summer-themed prompts, and like spend a couple months abroad somewhere learning another language, speaking another language. So any work that you read in translation, no matter what the original language or translated language was, would count for that.
Which I think, Stephanie, did you come up with that one?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool because it opens up a door to something that you wouldn't necessarily normally read and go, oh,
Yeah.
That's one that's been interesting.
And I've discovered a lot of cool books that way, looking for stuff that's translated. So I think it's exciting to see what people are going to pick.
Not to open the can of worms, but does the manga count for it? Because a lot of that is translated.
Oh, we'll get to that. There's a special category. Yeah.
Quick, everybody say Bryce's team name fast. Speaking of Bryce, do you want to do the next one?
Yes, Bon Voyage, a story that includes a ship, sea, air, or space. And did you know, I just found this out this year, Come Sail Away is actually about a spaceship. Read the lyrics, listen to it again. The Styx song. So that would like count if it were a book. It doesn't make any sense if you go too far down that. But anyway, I like that it's all kinds. So we're talking like fantasy might have the sea, science fiction might have a spaceship. You might get somewhere in the middle, like Aeronauts Windless, like Jim Butcher, kind of an air spaceship, or Chris Wooding's Retribution Falls would fall under that. So anyway, lots of good stuff.
Yeah, love a good airship in a story. 100% behind it. Let's see, Christopher, you got the next one?
Yes, we have Dairy Queen, a female protagonist. So yeah, any book that features a female point of view, obviously we want her to be our hero. So yeah. That's all I got.
and I may be the only person who thinks that Dairy Queen is associated with summer, but once I put those two together, it was just like, okay, that needs to be.
Yes.
So I apologize to anybody who does not associate Dairy Queen in the summer.
Hey, I did. I got it right away.
Yeah.
It's ice cream. It's just like it's ice cream
yep.
for the summer. Yeah,
Your national brand.
Exactly.
Stephanie, you got the next one?
A Dip in the Ocean, manga or a novella, no page minimum. So
Now, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say any size, like no minimum page count.
Now, this is interesting. This is totally different from anything that we've done before because we've always had a minimum. And people have talked about, oh, gee, I'd like to read some shorter stuff. And, where does it count for a novella? And the team captains all just kind of looked at each other and said, no minimum. If they want to read, a single issue manga and call it a day, great. If they want to read a folio and an anthology, let's go ahead and make it count. So I love it because it becomes a little bit easier for readers that would struggle to get 5 books done in a month to get something in and get all their points, and at the same time probably read something new. So I think that's a great opportunity. So let's see. Let's go around to Ben. Ben, are you frozen? Look at that smile on his face.
I was like, he's content. Okay,
so
he's content.
sweet.
He's in a good place right now.
Out of all the ways that you can freeze on screen, that's really genuinely the best.
I'd say, I know, right?
Right? If we
not,
were
not looking goofy in any way, it's
right?
good. Just happy.
All right, Bryce, you want to take over for Ben?
Yes, I'm kind of going along that whole like no page minimum. We thought, hey, let's keep this going with weekend beach read. That's the next one. 200 to 350 pages, somewhere in there. Something easy breezy. We're all on team. Let's promote reading. Yeah. So let's do this together.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. And to me, that includes a lot of classic fantasy and sci-fi back when they would, you'd have a nice little brief 300-page book. And I think that opens up a lot of opportunities for older stuff, but also for shorter stuff because, so much of fantasy is epic and huge and big. And it's nice to be able to any book that's in that size counts.
And a lot of cozy fantasy series for that size, FYI. Or cozy mysteries with fantasy in them. And
there actually is one of those on the SPIFBO, at least that I know of. Covington. Miss Covington's just going through that. That's supposed to be one of those types.
Nice.
But it needs to be added back in.
Hey, there he is. Da-da-da.
Yeah. Ben, you gotta take over, man.
My connection seems to be struggling a bit with all this, all these video feeds. I gotta figure that out. But
we just figured out that you're the way your screen froze. You look like it was like a high school portrait. So we can publish that. It'll be okay.
Oh no!
No, you were so happy.
It was really nice.
Did we just do weekend beach read?
Yeah, you got long vacation.
All right, so every readathon has had a prompt for a chunker, and it's a fun one. It gives people a little extra credit for going for those longer reads. So this is a long vacation that you take your big chunker on. This is a read that's 500 or more pages.
Can we call it the Christopher vacation? Because I think he's going here soon.
3 weeks.
2 weeks, but yeah, long.
That's right, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So those were the three.
That is long for me. Yeah.
Those were the 3 prompts related to page count, and I don't know if when I was away if they clarified it, but the general minimum is going to be similar to the other readathons at 200 pages or more to count really as more like a novel. But the one exception will be that dip in the ocean prompt. So you could read a manga in translation, Bryce, but that would only count for the dip in the ocean prompt.
There you go.
And of course, Andrew has opinions on what is law. I feel like there's somewhere right outside of Andrew's house is like a book vending machine, and it just spits a book out of me every day.
I just saw the one where he had to clear up shelf space, and I was like, finally, man.
Right? 600 books this year. Let's see. Christopher, you want to move on down to the next section? Because there's 4 prompts that include covers.
Yes. So the first cover related prompt we have here is ransack trekking supplies. Cover includes a weapon. So I think we are all thinking kind of traditional weapons here. So yeah, maybe you can use a banana as a weapon, or maybe you can use a cat as a weapon. But we're thinking swords or knives or shields or guns, something along those lines. As long as they're on the cover, that's going to count for this prompt.
Oh, that's great. I want the questions about can a banana be used as a weapon? Obviously, it's a weapon.
Wait, Chris, I think you have like fantasy sieges on the brain, because that one seems like a fairly grim summer prompt, but it was rucksack trekking supplies, like what you carry in your backpack during a long hike, like in the backwoods. Maybe you want a Swiss Army knife along with you.
Absolutely.
And if someone's allergic to bananas, then it is a weapon. That's the only exception.
Actually, while we're on the subject, is a spaceship a weapon?
I mean, it has weapons on it.
I would count that.
Yeah,
The Last Jedi,
if
it was used to go through other ships, so then it'd be a weapon.
Yeah, if it has like
it has a
turrets,
proven track record.
if it has like turrets and stuff on it, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. All right. Spaceship counts as a weapon. It's official.
Someone said if it works in Mario Kart.
There you go.
That's good.
And Daniel is really reading us the riot act on this one.
That's a good point. That is
All
a very good
books
point.
with Chuck Norris count because they're all fantasy.
There's actually a David Hasselhoff book that I was going to throw out that if he's on there too, I think that might count too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's Against the Wall or something like that.
I like it.
Definitely like a walking stick or staff, like Gandalf wielding that would count and be very appropriate for that prompt as a rucksack trekking supply.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Stephanie, do you want to do Wild Summer?
Sure. Wild Summer, the cover includes an animal, beast, or dragon. So anything that's an animal that's not human.
Yeah.
We'll separate that.
Yeah.
Well, and one of the things that the team captains did was go through like a lot of the Spiffbo entrants and took a look at like thematics in the covers, because the whole goal is to try and make it as easy as possible for you to participate, not like jack up your TBR. Right. So trying to keep it as broad as possible. And we, for Spiffbo, we want as many of the authors to get a little press as they can. So, that's the goal. And being able to make that happen with broad prompts, I think you guys did a fantastic job on that. Let's see. Ben, do you want to do the next one?
Yeah, sure. Sand castles cover includes a castle or fortress. So very beach themed here, and a little bit niche in terms of the cover art, but we got plenty of prompts. So this has your fortress and castles covered.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bryce is commenting on the chat that he's in.
I think Bo's comment from earlier just
See, there we go. It's really, you know what? We're going to put together a Kickstarter. We're going to send Bryce some David Hasselhoff posters for his bedroom.
That's all I ask. A huge Knight Rider fan here.
How can you not be? Oh, wait, if you're under like 50, probably not. Let's see. So coming around, Bryce, do you want to do the next one?
All right. Sorry, I got sidetracked. We did
Sandcastles.
Sandcastles is me.
Sandcastles we just did. You're on Beach Vibes.
There we go. Beach Vibes. Cover includes water or sand. Again, very, very, very broad here. Very, very open. I think, again, just going with the summer vibe here.
Totally. Well, and I can't remember who came up with Beach Vibes, but it was just like, yeah, that's exactly right. I want that blue and tan tone to the entire book. And then, Christopher, do you want to handle the last one?
Absolutely. So we all know that summer, you just get out there in the sun. There's something about it. And you make new friendships. You're out there a little more. And so we have, for our last one, Bonds of Summer, and it's buddy read with somebody in the readathon. And I think we've decided that it could be somebody on an opposing team. So as long as you are, it is somebody within the readathon. If you are buddy reading a book with somebody, regardless of what team they are, that does count as your prompt.
Right.
But you have to disagree with them though.
Yeah.
It's a buddy read where you just argue,
and you have to get it, and you have to get in the book before they do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they have to start all over again. No,
yeah. There you go.
Just a bunch of spoilers before they're done.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I can't believe Billy died. Oh, you're not there yet? Oh, sorry. Because what like we said, one of the best things about this is making new friends. So captains came up with the idea of taking it one step further and be like, okay, get in with somebody on a book and read it together, and let those friendships be a part of the contest. And we don't care what team you're on. In fact, one of the reasons that we do this is to promote the YouTubers and get people to know them and start checking out their work and saying, oh, this person has a lot of opinions that I agree with. So this month, the teams are going to be randomized. So everybody who signs up will be randomly assigned a team captain. So you'll get the opportunity to hang out with the booktuber of your choice and the reason that you showed up. But at the same time, you're going to get to know an additional YouTuber a little bit better. And what we want to do is do a little bit less division among the teams and a little bit more everybody coming together to talk about what they read. And we don't care whether you do a book buddy read with somebody who's on another team, or if you're doing read along with somebody on another team, talking with them. We just want to bring everybody together and have it all be part of the same thing. So I'm really looking forward to it and seeing those new friendships start to bloom and blossom. So we've got a couple of different bonus points this time around. Any SPFBO9 entry, you can use it multiple times. Bonus points, if you read 5 of them, you can read 5 of them. But also any indie author, a debut novel, a standalone, or a sequel or a prequel are the additional bonus points. So those are all set up. And look, if you've got stuff on your TBR that doesn't fit into some of those, I don't know what to do with you.
And Madison was just asking about Spiffbo 9, but you could just go completely trad pub and probably get, I think, 13 out of 15 points.
I think you can do just 14 out of 15. Because the only thing
you need indie is a bonus point, and any Spiffbo 9 entry. So you could go completely trad pub and still get most of the points. But Spiffbo 9 would just be one bonus point, and indie author is another bonus point. But just to go along with the theme of Spiffbo 9 summer, then you can reuse that bonus point. So in the past, you've never been able to reuse a bonus point, but if you do 5 books from Spiffbo 9, you could max out all your points. So that's just a little extra wrinkle, the reusable Spiffbo 9 bonus point.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure that if you wanted to read 5 Spiffbo books, that's great. But at the same time, make it open and available for everybody who is not interested in Spiffbo, and that's fine.
Andrew's got a good question here. Is it limited to 5 books?
Yes. Yep.
There's Andrews. Is it limited to 5 books? The answer is yes. However, we haven't worked out the details yet. But the team captains are working on a plan for members on their team who do more than 5. And we're going to figure that out as we go. And maybe that'll come to fruition and maybe it won't. But we're looking to generate something for the folks that do read 15 and 20 books a month, being able to help out their team in addition to all the stuff that they're reading. So, yeah, go ahead.
Just like the previous 2 readathons, the each teammate can max out at 15 points with the main prompt point, the bonus prompt, and then a point for a review on Amazon, Goodreads, or Storygraph. And like Andy was saying, we've been throwing around ideas for what we could do for people that want to read more than that. Maybe like a little side competition that's not part of the main readathon for people that want to go for the most points possible, or maybe figuring out what happens if some people who are on teams end up not participating or dropping out, if other readers might be able to pick up the slack. So yeah, we were thinking about ideas like that, but for the main, I think kind of point getting, you can max out at 5 books and 15 points.
Yep. And Andrew's making fun of Bryce. It's
So rude.
Oh, wow.
It's warranted. I am in my garage.
And then yes,
lure people to my team.
come on over.
There are puppies.
Oh, the puppy.
Yeah, puppies.
Oh, you're playing dirty now, Bryce.
And then for max points, it doesn't need to be 5 Spiffbo books. For max points, it needs to include 1 Spiffbo book.
Yeah.
Because
One Spiffbo 9 book. Yep.
Yep.
One separate indie authored book, any debut novel, any standalone, or any sequel or prequel to max out on the bonus points.
Right. So if you want max points, all you got to do is read 1 Spiffbo book, and we'll see if we can find the shortest one for you. Make
Lots
it
of
easy.
good ones on there.
There's
like
300
amazed
to
at
choose
how
from,
many
so yeah.
I already own.
Yeah, they're a little confused because we can reuse that bonus point. So reusing the Spiffbo 9 bonus point would just mean you can max out at 3 points with that bonus point, like in lieu of another bonus point. So let's say you do 5 Spiffbo 9 books. You don't have to worry about a debut or standalone or sequel prequel. You could just get all your bonus points with Spiffbo 9, but still just max out at 15 points.
And that's it. Nuclear Kate is that you can reuse the Spiffbo 9 bonus all you want.
Yep.
So again, it's for people that
summer.
Just a minimum of 1 Spiffbo. Yep.
minimum of 1 Spiffbo to get maximum points. That's kind of the idea of it, is make it available for people that are really into Spiffbo. They can read all the Spiffbo they want, and they want to do 5 books. Awesome. If they don't want to do any Spiffbo at all, still works, still counts. So just have a maximum of 14. So that's just about perfect. And the idea of being able to pick up the slack for people who don't participate. Actually, right after this video is over, we're going to talk about that a little bit. So we'll see if we can put together the rules. So I've taken up enough of everybody's time. I really appreciate you. Go to the Discord, sign up, and we will have you in there. The readathon is going to begin July 1st. So you've got the opportunity to jump in there and bring your friends along, because your friends are one of the prompts. So have them be part of Spiffbo 9 Summer. And I just want to say I really appreciate all of the team captains who put the SPF in Spiffbo.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. And on that terrible joke, we'll get out of here. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you.